Hello, this is Artful Kisses with another drawing video. Um, this is a drawing that I did on New Year's Eve using myself, it's a drawing of myself using a photo reference, a selfie that I took, and no makeup or anything, just me by myself. And I wanted to mention my sketchbook. I did this drawing in the back of my sketchbook. I do a new sketchbook every year. I call it Doodle Sketch. My series, and a new sketchbook comes out every year. And I use them, not only do I use them to practice drawing and trying out new techniques, new materials, whatever, but I also use them in place of journals. I put new ideas in there. Shows my skill level at the time. I love looking back and comparing my old art to my new art, and it makes me feel really good to see where I've come from and how far I've gotten just in however much time. And I also put in memories. I mention little things that have happened throughout the year, or sometimes I draw little comics of them if they're funny, and just stuff like that. Okay, now for a little more about my picture. This drawing is in the back of my book, and I like to draw pictures of myself throughout the year, just every once in a while, not a lot, just, to capture what kind of where I'm at, what I look like for one thing, because that changes, and just kind of my personality a little bit, if I can. I don't feel like I really got a lot of personality into this drawing just because it's plain face. I don't know, a little bit. But I like to draw, what I look like at the beginning of the year, towards the beginning of the book, and then what I look like at the end of the year, at the end of the book, and a few others in between, but especially at the beginning and at the end, especially at the end. And it's fun because I look totally different now than I did at the beginning of the year. My hair is half as long and it's pink now, so there's that. But I keep using filler words. I can tell this is only like the third video I've narrated. So this drawing was actually done using colored pencils I got for Christmas. And I'm used to using Prismacolor pencils, which are like the best ones you can get. And they blend really, really nice and smoothly and are just wonderful. And these colored pencils I'm using here they're nice, but they're not Prismacolors, which is, Prismacolors are super crazy expensive. And I try to use mine a little sparingly just because I don't want to run out of them. But the ones I'm using for this picture are, they're nice, but they're a bit different. And I actually initially started this picture wanting to test those out. So I originally was thinking, oh, I'm gonna doodle something, and I was like, you know what, I need to do my end of the year picture, so I'll just draw that, and somehow turned into this masterpiece. I wasn't planning on doing semi-realistic or anything. Not my normal style. I usually do very cartoony. I consider myself a cartoonist, but it's good to practice realistic every once in a while. No matter what style you're doing, it's good to practice other styles, especially realistic, because even though I hate the way realistic looks, I need to know what things realistically look like in order to translate them into another style. So it's good practice, proportions and everything. Speaking of which, the proportions in this are not quite right. That's why I call it semi-realistic, is mostly just because of the proportions. Everything else I think is pretty good, but man, those eyes are huge. So yeah, this isn't my normal colored pencil, so it's not as vivid as it could be with the Prismacolors, but I do like the way it looks. I like the soft look. I feel like that really fit kind of what I wanted it to, kind of where it was at. It makes it look more vulnerable, and I feel like that goes along with just going into the new year. I'm not hiding behind anything. So in the picture, I'm not wearing makeup or anything, which is ironic because I sell makeup now, so I wear it a lot more than I used to. But I'm not hiding behind it. That's something entirely different. And I don't want to hide behind anything. I like being pretty open. If someone asks me a question, I'm gonna give them an answer. I don't lie to people. I don't have that many secrets. I'm pretty open. And I want my art to be that way. I want to be able to show people this is what I can do, this is what I can make, and it's not perfect. And I want to be able to show people the stuff I used to make. My old drawing videos on this YouTube channel, I'm trying to revive it now with new videos, but my older videos are not all that great, but I'm not deleting them, I'm leaving them there because I feel like, I really want to be able to teach others and give good advice and stuff and be an example to other people, whether they're wanting to be artists or follow other dreams or whatever, just everyday stuff. And I feel like old examples of things that are outdated, my old art, my old videos, my old, even worse editing than what I've got now, which I feel like is near impossible, but it really isn't. And that one day when I have videos better than this one, I'm not going to delete this one because I want to be able to show someone if they say, oh, I can never do what you do, yours is so good and mine's not, and I'll tell them it's really the practice. It has nothing to do with just you're born with whatever talent. Most of what talent is the willingness to put in the effort and actually make something of it. No one starts out perfect. No one even ends up perfect. No one starts out good. They have to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. That's one of my mottos. You got to start somewhere. And I want to be able to show others that I started somewhere too, and it was not where I am at now. I have been drawing my entire life, and so that is over 20 years I have put into honing my skills, and so they're starting to pay off now. And there are so many artists out there who are better than me at what they do, and they probably put more effort into it than I have, and that's something I want to put more effort into what I do, and so I can have something to show for it. And I feel like with all the effort I've put in, I've gotten to the point where I do have something to show for it, and in the future I'll have even more to show for it. My hard training is paying off. And it's a cool thing, and I want all of my students and anyone else out there who's watching my videos, whether they consider themselves my student or not, I want to be able to show all those people that I started somewhere, and that's what you've got to do. You have to start. If you don't start, you're not going to get anywhere. You can complain about being pitiful at something for 10 years, and guess what? 10 years from now, you're still going to be pitiful at it. But if for those 10 years you are working your butt off to get better at it so that you're not pitiful anymore, in 10 years, you won't be pitiful anymore. Look at that. You will have 10 years more experience and more practice and more effort, and it will be amazing, and it will pay off, and it will be so awesome. If you think about it, other jobs, you have to study to get good at anything. It's not just art, it's everything. And artists get told a lot of times, oh my goodness, you're so talented. I wish I was as talented as you. And it's like, dude, if you really wanted it, you would put in the effort and you would get there. And it's like that with most dreams. Pretty much all dreams. If you really, really want it, no excuse is going to hold you back. And a valid excuse is still an excuse. And if you really want something, you won't let the excuses hold you back. You will do whatever that thing is anyway. You will get there. And so, talent is really just a matter of whether or not you're willing to put in the effort. And I'm trying to put in that effort. I tell myself I'm willing to do it, and so I'm trying to actually do it now. And I hope that you guys do too. So yeah, this is how I'm going into the new year, with this picture here, this me right there. And I'm starting a whole lot of new things. I'm starting my makeup business. I'm starting doing body art. I'm starting a new sketchbook, as I do every year, a new doodle sketch. And I'm starting to really try to do YouTube. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching.